Now, the creative state is dissatisfaction. Dissatisfaction is a creative state in the sense that dissatisfaction is creativity. Now, you are going to feel criticized by those around you for being satisfied. The minute you are satisfied, you begin to die. It's good to remember that nothing in the universe stands still. Iron rusts from disuse. Stagnant water loses purity. So does inaction sap the vigor of the mind. The mind is energy. Now, a good question to ask yourself is, am I making true use of my potential? That is something you should consider the first thing when you wake up in the morning, because this is very easy to lose sight of. Now, what about you? Do you have a goal, a desire that fills you with so much enthusiasm? Do you have the confidence that your goals demand? Because it's either you have confidence in your ideas or you don't. Now think, there are certain importance that connect you with what you want. Now, I want you to listen very closely to me. Any growth tendency you have to partake of, it doesn't matter what it is from within to drive it to fuller development. Now, of course, you're going to need people, but you don't have to concern yourself with that. The ideas, the people you need will come to you, but it starts in the mind. It starts within your own mind. I was having a conversation with an individual one time, and I was trying to share my ideas with him. And likewise, he had his own idea as well, but he didn't bear the idea that we have within us infinite potential, talent and ability waiting to be utilized. Now, I didn't force my ideas on him. I just let him be. And that's where it goes. Now, when you take a close look at these people, they are drifting and waiting for something outside of themselves to change the state they are in. And when you think of it, that is what 95% of the people are doing. They are looking for an answer outside of themselves, and they are never going to find it. Now, these people are more shaped by the nature of their environment and less shaped by their own inherent nature. You see, the bridge that separates you from what you want can be crossed if you quit playing it safe. To improve is to bridge the gap. Move yourself on a higher frequency of thought. Now, too often you neglect the fact that growth and increase is a law of your being. To grow as a person is to abandon the old belief system and step into new territory. Because attitude, now get this, attitude plays an important role. Because having the right attitude places your goal properly in your subconscious mind. You see, you are an expression of an infinite creative energy that is omnipresent, which is passive and receptive. But by the time you give energy to your goal, it blocks out the negative. And the best way to elude yourself, now listen, the best way to elude yourself from the negative thought is to constantly give energy to its opposite. Now listen, you cannot receive words on the higher level if you keep your thinking on the lower material level. To elevate your thinking is to act like the person you choose to become. Now, those who spend all day drifting, and there are lots of them, have no idea of the principle involved, that even though they work for little things, they will also work for big things. Now listen, I want you to get this. Not all your action will be inspired. And something in you will always want to drift to the side of the majority. As Mark Twain said, anytime you find yourself in the side of the majority, it's time to reform. I'm going to share with you how to lift your consciousness to a higher state and get to the point that you don't settle for minimum. Now think, I want you to really listen. Achieving your goal, which I'm pretty sure you will, is not automatically going to solve the problem of identity. Now, I want you to base your thinking on what I'm sharing with you right now. When you have no identity, your mind will automatically going to find that identity in the side of the majority. It's like asking a child why he does something wrong, which is completely useless. You know, the kid doesn't know. The child doesn't know. The child needs to understand himself. Now, I mentioned earlier that dissatisfaction is a creative state. Most people, I assume, take for granted what is important. In fact, the human being has the capacity to take anything for granted once you become used to it. Nelge said, success is a progressive realization of a worthy idea. There's something more for you. The mistake most people make is, after they achieve their goal, they settle on it until it grows uninteresting and loses newness, and then they fall back to old habits. You know, this happens all the time. The moment you move yourself to a higher frequency of thought and stay on that frequency, without you realizing it, your goal will sink into the subconscious mind and become autonomous. You see, once it goes into that sensitive part of your mind, you stay that way for some time, then looking ahead for the new and the exciting. Whereby the ideas, the plans, the people that's on that frequency will be attracted to you. But it starts within you, in your own mind. It's important you get this. Now stay with me, and I want to thank you. And bye for now.